going on, guys? I just sprayed myself with water, but welcome back to the channel. Here we are with the new project car that I am so excited to tell you guys about and share about. So before we really get into the details of this car, we have to get it cleaned up. I just got here. It's been sitting outside for almost 2 years. Let's get this thing cleaned up. Alrighty, now that the car is clean, which actually it doesn't look terrible, but wet cars usually look a lot better. This clear coat is like bad. Anyways, I just moved the Pilot into the shop. I have a winch attachment for that to help get this car into the shop. So I need to get the ramps down and I need to get this thing moved so that it'll come up the ramps. So yeah, we're gonna figure this out. Well, it appears that the parking brake is now locked up on this car, so I had to pull it with the winch to get it forward. I'm gonna pull the Pilot into the garage, hook up the winch again. Hopefully there's something on the back here. I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. We'll yank her in. Just like that, she's in the shop. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the Pilot out of here yet. I haven't figured that one out yet, but we're gonna hope that it all works out. So here's where we are right now. It's probably been about 20 minutes, and the Pilot's stuck back there. I'm trying to get the car into the corner. This wheel is completely locked up. So I've got the thing jacked up by the rear diff right now. That wheel moves sort of, but I'm going to try to winch it again, get it moved back here. I don't really know what else to do right now. Okay, well now we're here. Making progress. That actually worked a lot better than anything else I've been doing. Super sketch, but I mean, it's working. Let's see how much room we have here now. My other thought was pulling the lawnmower back here. I think the lawnmower will pull it. And I think I might have enough room to get the lawnmower back here now. Finally, we did it. The riding lawnmower did the trick. I tangled my tow strap up a bunch until it was super tight and was able to move it and maneuver the lawnmower out. So now the car's over here. We'll get the Pilot out. I know that. Still have the jack under here. I just gotta take this out. This was actually a freaking brilliant idea. I'm pretty happy about this. So now that the car is in here, let's walk through this car, shall we? The main event, the reason why you even came here. Everything else was just a fun little show apparently put on for you guys, but you know, it is what it is. By the way, shout out to Matt and Carl. You guys definitely saved me here. Carl with the winch and Matthew with the lawnmower. If you're wondering where Matthew is, he's skydiving today because it was a gorgeous day outside, which is why I came to wash the car. I didn't think I'd be running into this problem, but yeah, so all that aside, let's take a look at this car. This is a 1991 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. It is an auto, and it is turbo, because it's a GSX, obviously. The one thing that's really cool about this car Besides the fact the interior is like super mint. There's a box of just like parts and stuff over there. But this car is completely stock. I have not found a single modification done to the motor of this car. That's pretty rare. I just checked the mileage on it. 134,019 miles on this car. So that's the factory radio. I mean, the back seats, the spare tire thing. The spare tire is gone, but it also has the sunroof cover, which I thought was pretty cool. I love these seats too. These are really cool. I actually have a whole nother set of these seats as well. As I've shown already, the roof and the hood and some of the fenders and stuff, very paint faded. Overall, there's no real bad body damage except for the one other quarter panel. There is a hole, and then this is kind of Bondo junky, you can see that. So I'm not sure what we'll do about that yet, but everything's here. There's even another spare wheel down there. Oh, it also came with new tires all the way around. These are not weather checked or nothing. They're all matching, hardly have any miles on them. The underside of this thing, it is pretty clean. Like the fuel tank looks really nice. Underneath here, I mean, the rockers are solid. And this thing is just like super nice. So what's wrong with it? Well, I'm not 100% sure yet. As of right now, the guy thinks that the timing skipped or maybe the tensioner failed. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta dive into it to really figure out what is actually going on. He was thinking that the valves hit the pistons. Hopefully that is the case. The one thing that is kind of worrying me is the car came with almost an entire rebuild kit, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but when a car comes with a rebuild kit and they say that the motor isn't blown, well, I don't know. But it's got a timing belt, it's got a water pump, it's got all new bearings, there's new pistons and rings down in this box, there's a whole new front case and oil pump. So I mean, there's some decent stuff here, but I don't know. I am a little bit concerned that it's gonna be an actual engine failure, but the car's clean, got it for a decent price. I guess we're just gonna kind of see what happens with this one. If it's way too bad, I don't know, but we're not gonna get there yet. We're gonna take it apart and figure out what's going on yet. The body's just too clean for this car to just be torn apart and parted out. This is my first Mitsubishi Eclipse. Had two Talons. This is my first Mitsubishi Eclipse. So this is going to be my first project Save the Eclipse. I'm excited about this one. So what do you guys think? Was this a good buy? Was this a bad buy? $1,000. Sitting here, it doesn't really look that bad, and with how clean it is, $1,000 seems like a pretty decent buy to me. I don't know what you guys think. There's kind of a lot of onesies around my area, so this is kind of a on the lower end price. There's a lot of people asking way more money for cars that are not nearly as complete as this. It is cool to have a completely stock car. Those of you who have not been following me for a long time might not know this, but I have never actually had a stock DSM. My first car was one that was basically pieced together, and it had a stock motor in it, but it came to the person I got it from as a shell, and I was there watching them put it all together, and then I eventually bought the car. So then some of those parts transferred from that car to my current car, which I also bought as a shell and built the whole thing. So this is my first time starting out with an actual complete car, so I'm pretty excited about that. Another thing I am kind of excited about is I've never had pop-up headlights before. I've only had 1GBs, so the pop-up headlights will be really cool once they work and once the car's running again, obviously. But, I mean, this car still has all the AC stuff, it still has power steering, it still has cruise control. This would be a really sweet daily. It's gonna need a new windshield. It's cracked both sides up in the corners. I've never seen that really happen before, but that's definitely interesting. So like I said, what do you guys think? What should we do with this car? Obviously we're gonna have to figure out what's wrong with it first, but do you have any ideas for what we should do with this car once it's running? My plan is to get it running, so anyways, I think it is time for me to close up shop, get the rest of my stuff cleaned up. Since this took way longer than I expected it to, the whole ordeal with me towing the car around took at least an hour, if not more. Definitely didn't plan for that. That's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to start on this project. It's so cool to have another 1G around. You guys may know this if you've been a subscriber for a while, but I've messed around with Saturns a bunch. So seeing a project car that's not a Saturn here is really awesome. Look at that face just looking at me. Man, I'm excited. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I want to see you guys coming back to watch more videos and follow the rebuild of this car, or really the whatever is going to happen, as well as we are still swapping my 500 horsepower Talon to automatic this winter. So we have a lot of stuff going on the channel, a lot of DSM content, and it's all going to be coming your way right here. Thanks for watching today's video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.